see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of Adventurer. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering So please also take a chance to relax, you two.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break. Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to...
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more... Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that...
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom. Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now? Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names! Paimon's still... Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
With the mixing process, if you don't keep your voice, you might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders. No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. but I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on... But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After...
It's impossible.
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of success. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name. But they were all performed outside.
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in that land, as only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be... Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the...
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just, focus on how we could... Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy... If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be... In other words...
Oh, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone... I don't know. That requires a... We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is...
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her Spirit Speaker Stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep...
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And...
Well, yeah, at the cost of her spirit speak...
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rock... In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this isn't... I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then...
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt...
All right, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best... Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the statue of...
Sounds good! We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person... Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Right, She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companion...
CITLALI.
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Auroran, but if they consider him the odd one, he's gotta be pretty...
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how CITLALI could be the first one to notice Auroran's disappearance.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran and...
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of Molly Po. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you...
Oh, it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going. Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have, bad news. CITLALI did not...
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother?
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struck... But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance...
That's true. Let's... Phew. Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstly, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could have... If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right?
Huh? CITLALI.
Wait, you're CITLALI? You're Granny Eatstly?
Yes, Granny Eatstly. But emphasis on Eatstly, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
Paimon, sorry. So,
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that, your case seems... Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad.
It was my idea to invite you here, CITLALI. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft, but of course... It's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology, only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward or so.
Anyway, Shilonen,
Correct. The situation isn't like any...
I see. So Mauika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an out, and you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his...
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient...
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me... Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage. Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Ah, shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the...
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the...
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant... The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the...
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that's...
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can but I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to...
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local...
Sounds good. Then we'll go with CITLALI.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that. Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Aurora. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about... And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they... That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back. I'm truly sorry to put you two through...
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to...